Good afternoon, everyone. This is Professor Engerman. First of all, I want to apologize for the technical issues that we had during class today with bringing in the online um, participants. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find the archive video, so I'm going to make this video. And the general purpose of this video is to kind of overview what we talked about and what we covered in week 2, but more specifically to really get everyone on the same page with what is expected for next week. So, with that being said, we're going to cover 4 things in this video. Number 1, we're going to give general updates. Number 2, we'll talk about the session 1 review. Number 3, we'll do the session 2 overview. And then number 4, we'll talk about tasks for next week. And hopefully everything will be working perfectly smooth. So first, I want to see you on this page. This is our home page, our landing page. And what you'll notice is there's been 2 name changes. So up here, you'll see how you've been enrolled in both courses. DMET 530, it's going to be called Everyone, as you can see here. This is where all the content is for your class. And this is for everyone, both online and face-to-face. That is where all the content is stored. You find all of the checklists. You'll find all of the drop boxes. You'll find all of the quizzes and all of the modules located there. And that's what we've changed the name to. The second thing that you'll notice is on this page is news. Under news, I've added a contact for us to have conversations via video conferencing and or phone calls. So when we need to contact each other, possibly in off times, most likely for Fridays, and sometimes I'll open up office hours on the weekends, which I will do this time because I think that we need to get some more understanding on what's necessary. So we'll open up some office hours. If you can email me and let me know when you're available, we can make that happen. But what you'll notice is this is a Zoom platform. You have the option here of doing a conference, which is a video conference, and or phone call. And I've highlighted both places where you can make the phone call. You can simply call this number here, 415-762-9988, and then you use the meeting ID 645-167-6105. That is my Zoom meeting room where we can meet. Also, the second thing you'll notice is for the kids. Obviously, there was a huge hurricane that came through and caused a lot of damage in Texas. And a good friend of mine, her name is Dr. Hannah Gerber, decided to put together this initiative called For the Kids, where we will and can adopt a school and help them rebuild their libraries because many of the schools have been damaged. And so she is a literacy professor. You can check her out. Her name again is Hannah Gerber. Gerber. She's quite infamous, I would say, in the space of literacy, especially for K-12 learning. So we're interested in possibly engaging in this initiative and helping out these kids to help rebuild the libraries and schools. So let's chew on that for a bit because it will recur again next week. The next thing I'm going to show you is the content. And obviously, like I said, the content is visible for every student. Okay, I just wanted to change it over to student mode. This is where you'll find the step-by-step list of what you will do each week. And most of you have already done all of these items. The discussion forum, where you place your discussion, naturally designing. If you were online, this is an assignment you need to do. If you were face-to-face, that is not an assignment you need to do. Most of you have done a tuxedo and did that pretty well. And these were the overall assignments. What you want to do here sequentially is check out the overview. And then that gives you an idea of what we're going to do for the day. And then use this little button here to click over to the right. And that will help you navigate through the system. Okay, so we go back here, and there we go. All right, that's our week 1 overview. There's the items in week 1. The next is session 2. Session 2 here is where we got a little off track. So I'm going to help bring everybody back online, both face-to-face and my online group. We're going to come all in line with session 2 and what's expected of you. And so initially you'll notice that this session begins with an overview, like all of them do. And then you move into a question. And the question basically asks, are you interested in adult learning and higher ed? If you are reading the Dick and Carey book, Dick, Carey, and Carey book, called Instructional Design. The systematic design of instruction. That's the title of the book. And if you are interested in the K-12 spectrum, you are looking at ID4T, which is Ali Carr-Chelman's book. Okay, what I've also done here is included a learning theory link. You can check that out on your own. I think it's pretty good to delineate between learning theory and instructional design theory. There's a difference between the two. And so when you look at this, you're going to see learning theory, and you're going to see its link hopefully to instructional design. But then here we notice that we have learning theory versus instructional design, and it delineates the two pretty clearly. I really like that link. Next, you'll see a Google sign-up doc for groups, and I'm going to click that. I'm going to open it up in a new tab because I'd like you to see this document. Here it is. Okay, and you'll see it on your own screen. But what you notice here is that this sign-up sheet is if you're interested in joining a group and doing group work. Many of you that are online are really not. That's part of the reason why you're online, because you like to work on your own in your own time and your own space, and that is just fine. But what you'll see here is that we have ISD people all together in a group, and then most likely face-to-face people in a group in accordance to particular sections within the ID4T book. Okay, so some of them are listed here. Now, for my online people, excuse me, for my online people, you will most likely use this link here. And that link there really will allow you to choose both the book, whether it's for adult learning, which is up here, or if it's for ID4T, which is located here, you're going to pick a book, and then you're going to choose a section. For the adult learners, it's going to be performance analysis, goals and objectives, audience and goal analysis, task analysis, design and development, formative evaluation. And for the ID4T people, it's within a particular chapter. So it's using a constructivist lens, a user design lens, or an inquiry learning lens, a standards-based lens, online learning lens, flipped, or gaming lens. So if you're online people, please fill in one of these spaces to determine your interest. Let's go back. So let us talk about the first group here. If you are an adult learning person or a higher ed person, you will go through this module, this learning sequence here, this learning trajectory, a learning pathway, and gain an understanding of not only rapid instructional design, but particularly the goals of the systematic design of instruction. What you will do is place your learning content in the other course. Only the adult learners, adult learning and ISD people will place their learning content into and submit it to the second portion of the course, the other course, which is entitled DMET 530 Online CMS Practice. Maybe I'll take off the practice, I don't know, but this is the other group, and I will give you faculty clearance. What I've done first as a test is give faculty privileges to the following individuals. Leanne was here, but she wants to do ID4T. Jason, Jean, Theodore, Angela, and Michael K. And this was an example to kind of show you where you would go if you were doing the ID, the instructional system design. And that would be here. Now, for these adult learners, what I've also kept in here is the examples from other students of what they actually submitted for the RID. So you can see those and observe those, kind of see how they did it. I think I wanted to keep it in there so you can check it out. And those are examples. Those are examples of what they've done for the rapid instructional design. Now let's go back. Okay. Now, if you are an ID4T person, a K-12 teacher, you're most likely going to be in this scenario here, this learning path. That is going to be your folder. And in this folder, you're encouraged to then use Google. You will use Google to house your modules. Right? And you'll walk through these steps here. And you will be encouraged to use Google. Now let's look at what that is. The links. Okay. One of the links that you'll see is this group here. And if you press your particular folder, you will open up the folder for your group. So for Constructivist Learning, this is the folder that you will use to create and design your learning materials together as a group. And here's the folder purpose. It tells you exactly what the folder will do and how you will use it. Okay. Also, you have the content construct. Here, Constructivist content. This is how you will lay it out. And this you will complete next week. What I've decided to do for Constructivist Learning is leave this in here so you can see what it's supposed to look like, have an idea of what it's supposed to look like. But this should be blank. These boxes should be blank and you should be filling them in on your own. Okay, this gives you an idea of what it looks like. What I will do is I will erase those. These are filled in. All right, and you'll notice here is learning path. And again, they're filled in right now just to show you what they have in them and how you will fill them out, but they will be deleted. Okay, now to get a clearer idea of what's expected for you as an ID4T teacher, instructional designer, I have also created a link to this document, which shows you folders of previous classmates, previous courses that have done this already. And what you'll notice, let me get these out of here. And what you'll notice is that they're filled in. They're filled in on purpose, and they have content. They have lots of content in there because that's what the content that was developed for that particular chapter. And you can develop content for the chapter as a group. And that's what these are. So you can kind of walk through these and get an idea around how to fill in that particular content. Okay, that's for the K-12 teachers. Now, most of you are asking, what am I supposed to do for next week? What you are both going to do, whether you're adult education, whether you're higher ed or K-12, you're going to look through these materials, get your head wrapped around